Okay, let's continue about lesson 2, which is a difference between parameter and statistic. So again, just follow through with your modules on hand or in hand para dili ta maglisod, no? Just follow. Okay. So before we proceed with our main topic, let us first have these two cases again in order for us to know how uh, statistic and parameters are used in real life situations. So identify which of the cases involves measures from a population or a sample. Okay, ang first, let us identify daw kung kanibang ginagamit dinhi kay from the entire population or just a sample from that population. Okay, so first case, a researcher randomly selected a sample of 1,600 people in Cagayan de Oro City and asked if they used a certain detergent brand, and 40% of them said yes. Okay, so na researcher sa Cagayan de Oro na nag-select lang siya og sample, no, from 1,600. So dagan-dagan ang 1,600 sa na people from CDO. Tapos ang iyang study is kung kani ba sila mga tao na ginagamit ba ni siya nga certain detergent, and 40% of them said yes. Nga na ang case. Ang second na case is a researcher interviewed all the members of the mathematics department with 10 female teachers, 15 male teachers, and 1 department head. He wants to know the average hours per day. So many per day. Wait a minute. Wait. Per day they spend in training competition, and found out that they spend an average of 2 hours per day. So, ang second nga case na ay researcher nga nag-interview siya sa tanan nga members sa mathematics department. So, ang tibuok mathematics department, nasa lay 10 ka babae nga teacher, 15 ka lalaki nga teacher, ug isa ka department head. Total of pila? 25, 26, no, ka-teachers or members of the mathematics department. And he wanted to know kung pila ba ka oras ang ginagugol sa ilahang mga teachers to train their students for competition. So that is the case for this second case. So sa duha, identify nato kung unsa ba ilang gigamit, a population or a sample. Let's review the first one, no, dere sa kaning CDO. So as what you can see, makita na gid ninyo kung ihalang basahon og sabton maayo ang problema. Nana siya diri ang imuhang clue. A researcher randomly selected a sample. Okay? So, nipili siya og sample nga 1,600 gikan sa tanan tao sa Cagayan de Oro City. Therefore, the first case involves a sample or a population. A sample. Correct. Kay mo ganito, ni randomly select lang gani siya, no? So, kaning first case, this is an example of a statistic. Kaning 40%, this is an example of a statistic. That is not a parameter. I will explain that more later. Dito sa second. Ang second is population or sample. Population. Yan ang population man siya because the researcher used all people in the mathematics department. So, tanan population na to. Okay? That is why, kaning 2 hours per day nga, yung nakuha nga result, that is an example of a parameter. No? Again, I will repeat ha. Kani siya, this is, kaning 40% is a statistic because nakuha ni siya nga measure from a sample. Whereas, kaning 2 hours per day, this is an example of a parameter because gikuha ni niya siya from a population. Now, defining the two of them, ako naman siyang gi-define, but for the sake of definition, parameter is a measure that describes a population. So, dali lang siya timan-an. population P, parameter P. So, same lang sila. Sample, statistic. Statistic is a measure that describes a sample. So, sample S, statistic S. So, dali lang ninyo siya matimanan. Again, population, parameter, and sample statistic. Okay? So these are your symbols and these are the measurements that you are going to encounter for the entire duration of the lesson. So we have population parameter, again PP. Mo lang ginito man ninyo. Population parameter. So for population mean, mo ni siya ang imuhang symbol. This is mu. Okay? Population standard deviation, you have sigma. Kani siya, ana. Kulang ni siya, na siya yung variance dapat. So, population standard variance should be sigma squared. Timanan ha, sigma squared. Wala siya na-appeal sa table, pero naana siya. Makita ninyo niya siya sa sunod ng mga calculations and formulas. Next is population proportion. Population proportion is big letter P. And population size is big letter N or capital N. Right? Mo ni siya ang difference sa imong population parameter and sample statistic. Dito sa sample statistic, ang sample mean is X bar. No, X nga na ay bar sa ibabaw. Ang munang kalayan na, ang population mean is mu, ingani ang symbol. Ang sample mean is X bar. Ayun yun na, kalimtik ay gamit ka, ayun na siya sa mga formulas. Please, remember this. Sample standard deviation is small letter S. Again, I told you na ay variance. So, sample variance is S squared. Na siya square sa taas. Alright? Sample proportion is small letter P. And lastly, sample size is small letter N. Okay? Timanan ang mga symbols kay importante kaayo na later sa inyong formulas. Alright. Let's have first example. Kaya after ani, di ba, naamoy answeran nga activity. So, let's have this as an example para mas masabtan ninyo ang mga answers. So, identify both the parameter and statistic in the statistical study below. Alright, let's read. A researcher wants to estimate the average monthly allowance of grade 11 female students. From a random sample of 50 female students, the researcher obtains a sample mean monthly allowance of 75 pesos. So, sa kaninga problem na akay duha, na kay parameter, na po kay statistic. Asa dapit din ha si parameter and asa dapit si statistic. Masahag tarong. Okay. Ang first nga sentence. The first sentence is about a parameter. Anong parameter siya? Because this talks about the entire population of grade 11 female students. Tibuok nila, no? Gusto niya i-estimate ang average monthly allowance sa tanan grade 11 students. Now, how about, so nakuha, this is your parameter. Second nga sentence, this is your what? Parameter or statistic? That is your statistic. Nga naman, because you already have a random sample of 50 female students. So, gikan sa 50 ka female students nga gikuha nimo sa katong population nga tanan grade 11 female students, nakakuha ka og answer nga average nga 75 pesos nga monthly allowance. Therefore, this part right here is your statistic because you got that from the sample. This part right here is your parameter because you got that from the entire population. Alright, so that is the difference between your parameter and statistic and population and sample. So, the lesson 3 and lesson 4 will be discussed on the next videos to come. Thank you very much and see you in our next video. Bye!